Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl here, Winnie. Welcome to yet another amazing video. Yes, today we are doing a video on motherhood. Yes, I promise that I'll be doing a video on motherhood every week, but balancing family and work life sometimes it's not easy, but yet we are here. We'll be talking about motherhood. And yes, before I start, I'm asking, are you a first-time mother or are you a mother? Yes, there are things that you wish you knew before you started this motherhood journey, because there's no school for teaching people on how to bring up children. Yes, I wish there was a school, because there are things that I know now that I wish I knew earlier. But yes, I'm here so that I can share my experience with you, so that yes, perhaps you can borrow a leaf from it. So stay tuned, and if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Now, where do I start? I'm a mother of two, 6 years and 3 years, 4 months. And yes, I have two different children. One is an extrovert and the other one is an extreme introvert. So you can imagine I'm bringing up two children who are almost the same age mate, but they are different in their behavior and character and everything. So I have several tips that I'm going to share with you, and also perhaps you can also comment down what you wished you knew before you became a mother. So I'm not an expert in this matter, but I'm just sharing my own experience so that I can help you, or we can help each other. I've noted, as you can see, I have a book and I have noted them down so you can add what I will forget. So, number one, what you need to know as a first-time mother or a mother is you need to be kind to yourself. Yes, don't be too rough trying to get everything right. Give yourself room for mistake. Nobody told me that. Yes, you need to be kind to yourself. Give yourself room to make mistake. As a first-time mother, at the time, even if you have brought up your sisters or your brother or your friends' children, when it comes to bringing up your child is a very different experience, because you cannot give someone else to breastfeed for your baby. Yes, they will help you, but at the last time they're going to give you back your baby to take care of it. So sometimes we are like, are we doing the right thing? Oh, the baby have colic. Oh, the baby is not sleeping. I'm so fatigued. Am I doing everything right? But the point is, you are in a learning curve. Like, you are learning curve. The learning curve have up and down. So you cannot do everything right. So don't be too harsh on yourself and thinking that now I'm not a good mom, I'm not doing things right. No, you will learn as you go. You will make mistake, correct them, and you learn as you go. So number one, I wish somebody told me, don't beat yourself too much. Yes, you are going to hack this thing as you go. So that's number one. You can comment below if you are too love on yourself and you thought that you're not doing things right, but now as a mother, you are like, oh, I wish I toned down and extended a lot of grace to myself. I think that's the word. You need to extend a lot of grace to yourself, because motherhood can be tricky. Yes, it can just overturn you like this. So number two, I think this could have come like the last one, but it's number two. As a first-time mom, on clothing, I know you have a list of things to buy and you buy a lot of clothes. But I'll advise a first-time mother, don't buy a lot of clothes from 0 to 3 months. At least buy a lot of clothes from 6 to 1 year, because the baby can come out to be too big, and then these clothes, they will only wear them a week. But then my second born was 3.8. 3.8. There are some rompers he didn't wear, and there are some he only wore 1 week and we were done with it. We gave them away. So I'll advise, when it comes to clothing, I don't buy a lot of things. Buy as times goes. Yes, I know sometimes you may have money, you want to buy everything from baby carrier to a lot of clothes toys and all that, which the baby will not use until they are advanced in age, like from 6 months going forward. So I would encourage, when it comes to clothing, just buy as in very few clothes, 0 to 3 months, very few clothes, and then 6 to 1 year. At least now that's where you can buy a lot of clothes, because this baby grow too fast. Number three, which I would advise now a working mom who is a first time mom, is you start expressing milk early. Yes, from the first to 3 months, some like myself, we had a lot of milk, like a lot of milk. Like me, I'm a slender Fresian. If there's something like that, like I usually have a lot of milk. Like even when I got my second born, I was diagnosed with mastitis. Yes, that is how serious the motherhood journey has taken me. But I'll give a story about how I dealt with mastitis as a new mom. It's painful. We should be Somebody should just be telling us, in motherhood you will expect things that you never ever imagine. And I'm telling you, mastitis is one of the most painful thing that I'll never even wish my worst enemy. So, but I'll give you a story on that story another day. So you can start expressing the milk early, so that by the time your milk is reducing, at least you have enough milk to take your baby for the next 3 months. If you are mainly on exclusive breastfeeding, like for myself, I did for my both children exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months. So for the firstborn, I was not working, so I was with the baby throughout, so I didn't express any milk, because I think I started working when my baby was around 1 year, around 9 months, going to 1 year, and then I left the house like to work outside home when my baby was around 1 year, 9 months. But still, it was business, so I would chip in and I would come and see how the baby is doing. But for my second born, I was to report to work when my baby was 5 weeks. Yes, and I thank God that I later got the maternity leave, but I started expressing early, because I knew I'm going to leave this baby with the house help, and the baby is on exclusive breastfeeding. So I would advise, kindly express milk as early as possible to help you that the time you are at work, your baby won't lack milk, for a lack of a better word. Because for me, the first 3 months, I had a crisis. The first 3 months, I had a lot of milk. I had expressed like almost 5 liters of milk. Yes, 5 liters of milk, breast milk, the best milk. But unfortunately, I hosted some people in my house, and one of the child switched off the fridge and we didn't know. So the following day, when I was removing food from the freezer, I realized that everything in the freezer had thawed. And I was like, what is happening here? Everything, the water was dripping, everything had thawed. Then I checked, my fridge is off. For how long? I don't know. So all the milk had thawed. So, and then when the milk has thawed, you cannot return it to the freezer. So I had to remove all that milk and throw it away. I know some of you are asking, why throw it away? And you would have at least given the baby to drink. But 5 liters, and I told you I'm a slender Fresian. I have a lot of milk, which it is even causing mastitis. Then I had to throw away 5 liters. I think that I still have the picture of that milk before I do it. Now, what does that imply? I only had like a month to express again before I go back to work. So by the time I was going back to work, I didn't have enough milk for the baby to take the baby like a whole week, because at that time the milk was also reducing due to some factor, anxiety. I'm going to back to work, leaving the baby. So the anxiety would made my milk kind of reduce. By the time my baby was around 5 months, I had to improvise and also like introduce the powder milk for the babies. So to avoid, I'm not saying it's bad because my baby took cow and gate until he was 1 year to supplement the breast milk. But you know, if that the accident didn't happen, I had enough milk to take my baby up to 6 months. So I would encourage and advise a working mom or any mom that if you know you are going back to work early, kindly express the milk. Yeah, just have a freezer or somewhere just for the baby. Yes, for me, I converted part of my half of my fridge to put baby milk. Enough of baby milk. We go to number 4. Embrace your journey with your child. Bond and understand your child. I know people will come with so many advice, so many things. Oh, this is how you bring up a baby. Oh, this is how you do a baby. Oh, my baby, I did this, I did that. I would encourage you as a mother, embrace your journey with your child. This is your baby. You are the one who carried this baby for 9 months. You are the one who bought this baby. So you are the one bonding with this baby. The way I bond with my kids is not the way you will bond your child. The way I'm bringing my children is not the way I was brought up. So take time to bond with your baby and understand this is how my baby wants things done to him or her. This is how I like, this is how we connect with my child. This is how my baby behaves when I do this. This is what my baby do, how behave when he's laughing, or this is how my baby love his or her shower. So embrace that journey and bond with your child. Because if you try to copy what I'm doing, it may not work for you. If you try to copy how you saw your mother doing it, it may or may not work. The point I'm putting across is embrace that journey with your child and get to learn how things, how what works for you two. Yes, that's the word. What works for both of you, and it will be easier for you because at least you'll be able to understand if I want my baby to eat, either this is what I need. The baby want to take a shower first, or if the baby take the shower first, then they eat. They don't eat well. Those are the kind of nitty gritty I'm talking about. Learn when my baby love to be full before he sleeps, or if I do this before the baby sleeps, then he will not wake up at night. Those are the nitty gritty. I'm saying learn your baby, embrace that journey and bond with the baby and go with it. We go to number 5. If this is the content that kindly you love and you are enjoying, kindly subscribe so that you can encourage me to be bringing more episode on motherhood. Then number 5, it's amazing. I love this. I love this. Don't compare your child with anyone's child milestone, or allow anyone to do that. Number 1, don't allow anyone or don't compare your child with another person's child, their milestone, and don't allow anyone to do that. For example, let me give an example with my children. My firstborn, by 1 year, he had walked. By around 1.5, he was talking. Now come to my secondborn. My secondborn, I think he walked at 1.5, and right now we are 3 point something. He can, but because he's so introverted, he doesn't talk to anyone. Yeah, he cannot talk to you if you come to my house. He will talk to me, the father, and in few words. He's a man of few words. My boy is a man of few words. Then you will hear people saying, kwani mtoto wake aongeangi? Oh, does this baby talk? Oh, the baby amechelewa kuongea. Oh, take the baby to school, I interact na watoto wengine so that the baby can talk. I remember I took my baby to a speech therapist because I thought when I compared it with my firstborn, either my baby has a problem with speech only to be told the baby is 100% okay. They talked with the doctor, he identified everything the doctor said, and then the doctor just told me, Winnie, just reduce the screen time and the baby is 100% okay. And as at now, I can see my baby is okay. He can read, he can sing even very complex songs. Yes? So don't allow anyone to compare your child or you yourself to we are tempted as women to compare our children with other people's children. And then the environment that we are bringing our children is different. You cannot compare a child being brought up in the village and a child being brought in the town. The exposure is totally different in terms of even food and everything. The environment is different. Yeah. Sometimes some of us, we are raising our children in flat. They only get to play when they go downstairs. In the village, they have all the whole compound for themselves. Some of our children were born preterm, so there's no way you can compare a child born preterm and a child born full term. Their growth milestone is different. So even that aside, never allow someone compare your child with their child. By the way, personally, I've gotten offended by people saying that my child, oh, he doesn't talk and all that, knowing that my child is introverted. Yeah? Even if you come here, he will not talk. He's shy, introverted, like extra. Nobody is introverted in my home. I'm extroverted. My husband is extroverted. My firstborn is extroverted. But for him, he's just a reserved, cool young man. Yeah? So saying that he has delayed in speech, because sometimes I used to refuse to pick calls because each call you will see, oh, so aliongea, or so you're talking. And I'm like, give my baby his time. He will talk at God ordained time. So there's no way you can say that a baby is not talking and it's his personality. So I put the point across. Don't allow someone to compare your child. Just stop them. Stop them. And if you do that, don't do that, because we are bringing I cannot be going shouting to everybody, oh, my son is introverted, he doesn't talk to people, oh, he will only talk to you if he feels safe around you. Do I need to go to those details? The answer is no. So as a mom, don't allow anyone to compare your child with theirs. And also, don't compare your child. Give your child time. If you see if there is an issue, go to a specialist or a professional in that area and let them check the baby to know if there is a problem, and then you can walk the journey with them. But don't let people feed a lot of negativity to you concerning your child, or yourself blocking your mind with a lot of negativity. You want your baby to use potty, you say, my neighbor said, oh, they have started using the potty at 1 year, so you want your 1 year old to start using potty. Oh, my friend, we are raising our children differently, so extend a lot of grace to them. I've talked a lot. We go to number 6. See if the advice you are given, don't take everything in. Where, as a first-time mother, we are all kind of information is dumped into us. I'm not saying advice is bad, but there's a lot of information that you are given. Oh, as a first-time mother, you need to do this. As a first-time mother, you need to do this. As a first-time mother, but as a woman, you need to be wise enough. And now you are not just, you are a mother. You need to be wise enough. Listen with 1 ear and sieve in between. Let the excess move out. Not everything that is told to you is good. I remember when I got my firstborn, somebody came to my house and told me that, oh, you should not use diapers because he's a boy, or you should buy napkins. Don't use diapers. The boy is going to ruin the boy's manhood. My friend. And then I sieved the information. The angle the information was being given is because for the person, diapers will be too expensive for us. I don't know who told them that we can't afford diapers, but I thought diapers and napkins, which is more expensive. To me, napkins is expensive, it's tedious, because You need a lot of water, jig, detergent, everything, and a lot of labor to do that. And I didn't have a house help. So kindly sieve a lot the information that you are given. See what works for your baby. See what works for your body. Yes? See what works in your home. Our homes are different. As a mother, whether a first time, second time, or even fifth time, you need to see the information that comes along. Yeah? People will give you information which is good. I appreciate. There are people who came and gave me very good ideas, and I appreciate that. So I'm saying you just need to see, does this work for me? Yes or no. If it is yes, embrace it. If it is no, put it aside. Yes, and unapologetically, and don't feel guilty that, oh, my mother, my sister also told me this and I'm not doing it. No, it's your home, it's your child. Okay? Hoping we are together. Kindly subscribe as we continue. We go to number 7. Understand your body and feed it accordingly. Hey, come. First time mothers, Kujeni, welcome. When you give birth, you are told, oh, you need to eat. I remember me, I had a thermos of porridge, a thermos of tea, and a lot of food. And you are told to eat, eat, eat. You are eating for 2. You are eating for 2. It's good. But imagine someone like myself, I would just drink 1 cup of tea and perhaps 1 cup of porridge, and to be there the whole day when guests, because me, I had a lot of milk. Like drinking more liquid was making it worse for me. At night, I have to sleep with a mattress protector, and I have to change my clothes like 5 times. And I'm sweating, I'm leaking from everywhere. And then I'm eating. And people are saying you need to eat, you need to eat. You are eating for 2. But one thing I realized as now a mother of 2, sometimes you don't need to overfeed to have a lot of milk. You just need to eat healthy and understand what works for your body. And I will repeat that. You don't need to overfeed because you are eating for 2. Yes, you just need to eat healthy and eat what works for you. For example, myself, I realized when I eat greens, the kienyeji greens, these traditional greens, I would have a lot of milk. When my milk started reducing, every time I would incorporate my meals with greens, I would have a full burst. My milk would be like, I would be going to the shower, I'm showering, and the milk is just pouring. I think I suffered with that situation for a very long, like I have to to be very like I'm showering, I'm in a shower, and then also here like I would like it better I would be bathing while I'm breastfeeding because like milk will be everywhere. But if I didn't take like greens for 2 days, my milk would reduce. What does that tell you? That I need to incorporate I was supposed to eat healthy and incorporate my meals with vegetables. I didn't have to drink two nini of porridge, 2 thermos of tea, so that to have a lot of milk. Water, for me, water and greens worked. So the thing is, as women, we are told to try to learn your body. Be very intentional to learn your body. As a mother, what is this that I'm eating and I get to have a full burst? And then you're going to focus on that. So for me, anytime, whatever we are eating, ugali, githeri, or anything we are eating, I would ensure that there were greens on the side, because that one will help me boost my milk supply. What is the word? Yeah, you can have milk production. Yes. So we go to number 8. Obey your instinct. Yes, as a mother, you need to obey your instinct. I tell you that if you feel a certain person, you are not okay with a certain person near your child, or you feel your baby might be sick or something, yes, obey your instinct. Me, I say, my instincts are always right. Yes, there may be sometimes you may be overreacting, but obey your instinct. If you feel like you are not okay as a mother, if you feel like you are pressured, or if you feel, don't ignore. Eh? If you feel like you are getting stressed, don't ignore that. Find someone to talk to or open up about that issue. Don't invalidate your feelings. Don't invalidate what you are feeling, because perhaps you may feel, oh, I'm not okay with this. And then someone is telling me, no, you're just overreacting. As a mother, never invalidate what you are feeling. Take it through a thought process to understand that, is it good? Am I overreacting? But don't just stop it. Yeah? Give it a chance to understand if this is okay, or it's just a concern, it's not dangerous. So obey your instinct. And number 9, learn to say no. Be protective and be firm. Yes, learn to say no, be protective and be firm. I usually give an example of the chicken and the chicks. Have you ever tried to go and at you are going to get one chick when the mother is around? You'll be beaten. Like, the mothers know how to protect their chick. Yes, they say the role of the man is to protect the family, but women, we are protective. Like, we embrace our family, we embrace our children. Yes, be protective of your children. Be protective of your family. Why am I saying that? Sometimes it is us mother who get to see things from afar when it comes to our family and our children. We can sense danger from a distance. So, if you feel a certain person coming to your house is a threat to your children, or they are going to, I'm lacking word. Like, if you know a certain person is not a good role model around your children, you can say no to them coming to your house. You are not being selfish, you're just being protective. You don't want your children to be exposed to things at an early age. If even the people you are bringing around, like your help or people coming to help you, you need to be firm on what you accept in your house and what you don't accept. What you allow to be done to your children, if, like, no beating up your children. If there's something, just come and tell me. You need to be firm and say no. Sometimes there are someone who can tell me they want to come to my house, and for the sake of my children and for the pattern I have seen earlier, I will say no unapologetically. Yeah? As a mother, you should not fear to be hated as long as you are protecting your children. It's better no than sorry. We are living in a world where our children are not even safe, sorry to say, even around people who we wouldn't imagine that they would harm our children. You hear cases of, oh, an uncle or an auntie or a sister or so, oh, did this to a child. So as a mother, you need to scan your environment and know, who is this person, who is this friend that I will allow my children to be around. Who is this person that, for me, I would love them at a distance, but in my house and around my children, I will not allow them. When you get to know that, you get to protect your children. So scan your environment. Scan your environment and tell God to help you with the gift of discernment and know. Yes. So guys, those are the things that I thought as a first-time mother, or as a mother, you should know. I'm not an expert. These are things that I've learned along the way, and I thought they are helpful. I hope they were helpful, and I thought sharing with you, it would also help you in your motherhood or parenting journey. If you have anything to add, kindly add. We can do part 2 of this. So kindly add and share with me. I'll also be happy to learn something more. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying these are the only ones. There are so many. Motherhood does not have a manual. It's like a job. You get inside and then you get to learn the loops when you are inside. Yes, there's no school for parenting or motherhood. You get to learn one day at a time. You make mistake, you correct them, or sometimes you discipline your children. You're like, oh my goodness, I thought that's not the best way to do. But what do? You have already punished them. So next time you are a bit kind. Next time you get to do it better. And the last one, number 10. This is just, by the way, it has crossed my mind. When it comes to disciplining your children, discipline should be instant. Like instant. When a baby does something wrong, it should be instant. Discipline should not be carried forward. Like postponed. Like the child did something wrong today, you are punish them after 1 week. And then now you're explaining, I'm punished. The baby will not understand. They will be resentful. They will not know, why am I being punished? And let me continue with number 10. Unfortunately, my phone stopped recording, but I didn't realize. I only found out when I was editing and it cut short what I was saying. So I was saying number 10, when it comes to discipline should be instant and should not be postponed. Like you should not wait for a week. That's when you're remembering, oh, I should have punished my baby because she or he did something wrong. So discipline should be instant, and it should be as a way of correcting a child, but not as a way of punishing the baby. So discipline should be corrective but not punitive. Yeah, you are not punishing the baby for doing something wrong, but you're just correcting them. You're just molding them. So by that I mean, when you're disciplining your child, you should not go to an extent of causing body or emotional harm to the baby, but it should just be a way of them understanding that whatever you are doing is wrong. So we say discipline is not punitive but corrective. So bye. And that's all for today. Hoping you have learned something and you're going to implement it. So thank you so much for tuning in and staying with me. And thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe so that we can grow this YouTube channel. See you till next video. Bye.